Somebody asked me recently, actually, a couple of people in different conversations, what do you do at a time like this? When everything in the world feels so unstable, when everything feels chaotic, how do you maintain your mental peace, your serenity, and not stress yourself into a complete, utter breakdown? And I'm going to say something that might sound a little strange. Sometimes when things get crazier, your response has to be a little crazy too. What I mean by that is you have to fully acknowledge that yes, things are chaotic, things are overwhelming, and then make a conscious decision to not let it interrupt your inner peace. Now that's easier said than done. So how do you actually do that? What I've started doing is limiting how much I expose myself to everything that's going on. And that doesn't mean becoming unaware or disconnected. You can still stay informed, but you have to put yourself on an allowance. You have to decide, how much am I going to take in? When am I going to take it in? Because the truth is, you are not designed to sit in a constant loop of chaos. You are not meant to absorb nonstop feeds of confusion, stress, and negativity. That kind of exposure will wear you down. It will make you sick. It will break you mentally, emotionally, and even physically. So you have to learn how to protect your energy. Set boundaries with yourself. Tell yourself, I'm not going to constantly turn on the news or scroll endlessly through stressful information. Maybe you give yourself 15 minutes a day. Maybe it's an hour. You decide what you can handle and then decide when. Is it going to be the beginning of your day, the middle, the end? Personally, I don't recommend starting your day with it, because then you spend the rest of the day wondering what else has happened, like constantly checking, constantly thinking, constantly worrying. Instead, I suggest doing it later in the day, but not right before bed. Give yourself a few hours before sleep. That way, you can take in the information, process it, and still give your mind time to settle down before you rest, because you need rest, real rest, and you don't need to go to sleep with chaos replaying in your mind only to wake up and start the cycle all over again. Make a deal with yourself. If you can handle 2 hours, fine. But if you start noticing that you're consuming more and more and your mental peace is declining, your stress is rising, and your health is being affected, that's your sign. That's when it's time for self-care. Not just physical self-care, but mental and emotional self-care. Close that door, limit the access, protect your space, and treat it like it's critical, because it is. Think of it like invisible medication, something your mind and body desperately need. For me, one of the ways I started to heal was by reducing how much I allowed into my space. I stopped overexposing myself to everything happening all at once, and I created a safe place within myself, a place where I could have peace of mind, a place where I could reset. So find your peaceful place, dwell in it, protect it, and give yourself permission to rest, mentally, emotionally, and physically, because sometimes the most powerful thing you can do in a chaotic world is choose peace anyway.